Hi there, my name is Tracy. This is the 3-Wick Thesis Candle channel, and today I have a Lighting the Way episode on a new to me brand that I recently snagged during Bloomingdale's Friends and Family event. Now, it's called Glasshouse Fragrances. I have heard of this brand, but I don't see people reviewing them. I don't see it talked about much on the subreddits. I follow a bunch of candle subreddits. So I wanted to give it a try. And it is not a cheap candle at full price. So the one that I chose is normally $60, but it was on sale for $38.25, which honestly for me is on the high end for a candle. Feels a bit bougie. I don't even like spending that much on small business, let alone a corporate brand. But the scent notes had me curious. The jar was pretty. The box was pretty. And I was like, let's just try it. You have a channel, why not? So it comes, thankfully, well wrapped. Now, I will tell you that in my experience of shopping at Bloomingdale's and getting deliveries, sometimes it's literally just this box tossed in there with no wrap. So it's nice to see this bubble wrapped. Yeah, $38.25 for the candle. And I just loved, look at how pretty the packaging is. This is the Flower Show is the name of it. And I know. You're like, Tracy, you don't like florals. Why did you buy this? Because it has orange blossom in it, which y'all know I love orange blossom. This might be the most beautiful box I've ever seen. Like on par with some of the Nest artwork I've seen. It is also, it's like matte, but it's creamy. The box is like a creamy texture. It's waxy. So it looks matte, but it doesn't feel dry, which sometimes drives me bonkers. But look at how pretty and vibrant those florals are. And it is a wraparound. I will read you the back side here in just a minute. Top has florals on it. Bottom is just the barcode. And this is a part of their Blossoms and Blooms collection. So on the back, a little bit of a scent story. I'll read it to you. It says, the air is fragrant with an intoxicating profusion of petals as guests gather to feast Mother Nature's finest creation, the flower. The fresh innocence of green apple, hello, harmoniously mingles with the heady, exotic sweetness of jasmine, liang liang, and orange blossom. Oh my gosh, this sounds amazing. These are made in Australia, 380 grams, 13.4 ounces. I was like, let me convert that to ounces. Because, you know, here in the United States, we don't do things like everybody else. The unboxing is actually really pretty too. Reminds me a lot of like Nest. I think Sniff has something similar. There are some cautions about candle safety, instructions on trimming your wicks on the side here. And this vessel is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Look at the vessel. Look how pretty that is. It's like ombre. This screams like orange blossom honey to me. Now, I know there's not a honey note in this candle, but this just feels like orange blossom to me. It's absolutely gorgeous. Very simple, just the branding on the front. And their brand is a G, and then the line in the G that goes across is also the line through the H. So it's Glasshouse. There we go. No sticker or noise, just very simple, very pretty. This is going to be beautiful when lit. It is very matte. It is dry. I don't like that texture, but I do love how pretty that is. The lid has a little pop off. It does have a seal. I love how that feels a little bit more decorative than maybe some of the more standard metal lids. A little bit more fancy than say a Kringle glass lid. And then white wax. 2 wicks, which I'm hoping will help to reduce any tunneling. And they are very, very thin, but they're also ropey. This smells delicious. Yes, it is more jasmine heavy than I was hoping for. I really wanted more orange blossom than anything. But first and foremost, I get jasmine, and it is strong. To my nose, it reads authentic. There's jasmine flower everywhere around here in Northern California. And when you go for walks in the evenings, And it reminds me of summer because it's usually kind of warm out at night. The flowers open up when it gets dark. And so you'll be going for a walk and all of a sudden you'll just be hit with a wall of jasmine fragrance. That's what this smells like. It's legit. The orange blossom is behind it. It's sharp. It's sweet. And it's acting to, I think, amplify the sharpness of the jasmine. I want like a little bit more of the abrasiveness component of orange blossom to counteract the sweet white floral that's in the jasmine. Hoping maybe that will come out more on warm. Right now, it feels too light for me. The Liang Liang is in here too. It's almost tea-like, but subtle, very delicate. It lightens up the heaviness of the white floral from the jasmine. Yeah, there's something that almost feels like body lotion. It feels creamy in here. I don't get apple. Yeah, I don't smell apple at all. I mean, there's definitely stuff high-pitched, high on the register, but to my nose, that's just reading as jasmine and orange blossom. Maybe a hint of juiciness in the background. But it's overpowered by the jasmine. This is pretty perfumey. If you like perfumey jasmine, I think you would like this. I'm hoping the orange blossom comes out a little bit more on warm. We're about to find out. And I have 80 hours to figure it out because that's what the burn time is on this baddie. Yeah, okay. I'm going to cut here. I'm going to go spend some time with this, get a sense of burn quality because this is a new brand to me, how this evolves on warm, strength, throw, so I can share all this information with you so you can decide whether or not you want to give this brand a try. I will be right back after the cut to share with you what I found. I'm back, and y'all, I have fallen in love with this candle, which is breaking my heart a bit. For a couple reasons. Number one, I went over to the Bloomingdale's website because I was like, ooh, is it still on sale? It's sold out. Plus, this brand, Glasshouse Candles, is no longer 50% off on the website. So then I looked at the actual Glasshouse website, and it is still available, but it's $60 for a 13.4 ounce candle. So yeah, I'm used to paying $10 for a 14.5. That's a lot of money. I don't think this is worth 60 bucks, so I'm not going to rebuy it, but if I were at the 50% off price, I absolutely would pick this up. And I was also trying to figure out, like, why is this so strong? Because it's strong. On the website, the Glasshouse website, they rank this as a 3.5 out of 5 in terms of strength, but I consider this a strong candle. I would do at least a 4 out of 5 for this if I was using their scale. That's not a scale I normally use. It is such a beautiful, complex, well-blended scent blend. I mean, mad props. This is probably the most beautiful, most complex scent I have ever smelled in the candle world. And that's not, I've only been smelling candles for a couple of years, so take that for what it is. Also, the hubs likes it, even though there's orange blossom in it, so I was like, yes. To be fair, though, the orange blossom isn't really strong on warm. It's present, but it is complemented by so many other elements. There's like this fruity sweetness, which according to the notes are apple, blackcurrant, pineapple, and grapefruit. But for some reason, my nose gets more of like a peachy sweet. Like it's not peach, but you get this like fruity sweetness paired with like a high pitch fruit that you would think might be a little bit urine-esque or BO, especially because there's both pineapple and grapefruit in here. And that's, I think, where I'm getting the peach vibes from. There's like a high pitch sour with a really deep, sweet, complex fruit note. And that's balanced by these very, very creamy, like body care, soft, floral energy that's coming from the jasmine floral. And I think the almond blossom. It's reading floral, but it also feels like a creamy element there too. Pair that with tea vibes from the Liang Liang, and it's so gorgeous. It feels super feminine. It feels very spring-like. It's refreshing. It's bright. It's just so pretty. And the way that it fills the room, it's like strong and floral, but because it has those fruit notes and the creamy note, it doesn't overwhelm me. It doesn't feel like it's going to bring on a headache. It doesn't feel like it's too much or overwhelming. It's so well done. It's so well done, and it's burning clean. I was a little bit worried about sitting in this type of jar, plus new brand, and some of the more expensive brands I bought, like it was Apotheke, I can't say it in German properly. Definitely Nest, sometimes Voluspa. It's like you get the sooty jar, and I always get frustrated by that. But also there's sometimes paraffin in those candles. This is a soy blend, so maybe there's paraffin in here too. It doesn't burn hot though. It burns pretty slow. In fact, this takes 4 hours, 5 hours to come to full wax pool. It tells you on the bottom not to burn it for more than 4 hours. But there was also like a constant ledge on one side. I did think, well, maybe I need to put it in a hurricane, and that's the issue. Burned it the next time in the hurricane. It didn't change anything. It still built that ledge. So I don't know if it's the wick placement, or, you know, they're not looking to overwick, so it's not getting hot enough to slough off that side. As it goes, it is like self-managing. It's just if you're really aiming for full wax pool all the way to the edge, you have to let it rip for like 6 hours. So I think this is 3 burns. Each one was between 4 to 8 hours at a time. And by the time you get to like 6 or 8 hour mark, it starts to soot. You see like black poofy clouds coming off of there. And that's when I was like, nah, I'm good. Even if it hadn't, you know, come to full wax pool, I put it out anyhow. And plus the jar is so pretty when lit. I just love the ombre. I love how it looks darker with the wax behind it, and then it glows so beautifully. It's such a pretty glow when it's lit, and maybe that's the color of the jar. But y'all, I'm in love. I'm in love with this candle. I am going to buy another one from Glasshouse just to see, like, is this just a good one from them and the rest are kind of bummers? But I'm going to wait for a sale, because I'm not paying $60 for a candle. Not because I can't afford it. That's not an issue. But because out of principle, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pay $60 unless it was like my birthday and I wanted to spoil myself, then fine. But I'm not in a rush. I don't need more candles. I will wait until I get another good sale from Bloomingdale's, or until something goes on markdown on the Glasshouse website and I can buy it directly from them. So pleasantly surprised by a new brand. It is rare that I review a brand that's new to me and am excited and feel like, hey, this is a good candle, right? But to be fair, this is a sample size of 1. It's just me. It's just 1 scent from them. So I need to expand my exploration to see if this was a one-off and I got lucky, or if this is the way these candles burn. And if it is, I will continue to buy Glasshouse. But for now, I will consider it as a purchase at your own risk as a viewer. All right, y'all, let me know in the comments below, have you ever burned Glasshouse? If so, and you know me, what scent should I pick up? Because they have a lot of them. They all sound very floral. Some of them sound a little scary, like Aquatic Cologne. I don't know that those are my 2 favorite scent houses, scent families, but I want to try another one. If you have experiences that are different than mine, put those down below. If you have ones that are similar, validate me. If you like my Lighting the Way episodes, if you liked this one, make sure you give me a thumbs up before you take off. Subscribe if you want to support my channel and help me grow. And I will see you again in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye, everybody.